What's up, guys? It's time to talk about Batman Begins. Today we're asking, does Batman Begins hold up in 2024? And as always, remember to check out the rest of our channel where we review the latest blockbuster movies and some older classics, like our latest review on Superman 1978. Batman Begins came out in 2005, 19 years ago. But a lot of the cast is still known today because it is a goated cast. We got Morgan Freeman, Gary Oldman, Liam Neeson, Michael Caine, Katie Holmes, Cillian Murphy, and of course, the GOAT himself, Christian Bale. I remember watching Ford vs. Ferrari when it first came out, and it took me until halfway through the movie to realize that it was Christian Bale and that he was the same guy who plays Batman. They are totally different characters. But what watching Ford vs. Ferrari and Batman taught me is that Christian Bale makes every movie seem like it's built just for him because he kills it every single time. Obviously, the rest of the cast is amazing too, but Christian Bale just really hits it out of the park. I think the other standout in this cast as well, which surprised me a little bit, was Cillian Murphy. In this movie, he plays the character that works for Ra's al Ghul, and he fits the role perfectly. Because you need to know that he's a bad guy, but you also need to know that he's not the bad guy. And he plays that to perfection. When he's on screen, you feel uncomfortable, but you don't feel stricken with fear. He kind of reminds me of Ebony Maw from Avengers, right? Thanos is the bad guy. Ebony Maw is just his servant. He's the one executing some of the plan, but he didn't create the plan. If there's anything I could change about Batman Begins, it would be giving Cillian Murphy more screen time, because I loved it every single time he was on screen. One aspect of the movie that I expected to have more screen time, but didn't, and I'm glad about, was the love aspect, right? Rachel Dawes, Bruce Wayne, will they, won't they? Wasn't in there much. And that was great because we got to focus on Batman / Bruce Wayne and his character arc, which is honestly, who cares about the love? Everyone is there for Batman. Unfortunately though, it kind of felt like they were planning on having a lot more love interest scenes in there, and that they cut most of it but left the ending part. Because I don't know about you, but the love interest part at the end of the movie was the most confusing thing about this movie. Because Rachel Dawes does a 180 like 3 times. She's like, when you came back, I had hope. Maybe we could be together again. And he's all like, we can be together. And then they make out. And then she does a 180. But I don't really know you anymore. And we can't make this work. Oh, okay, fine. So first, they're making out, and you think they're getting together. And then they pull a 180. Actually, it's not gonna work. And guess what happens the next scene? They're walking away holding hands. What? Are they together or are they not? Thankfully, I wasn't that invested in this part of the movie, so it was whatever. It was just a little confusing and kind of made the ending a little more sour, but still amazing. Now, that may not have been consistent throughout the movie, but at least Batman's character / Bruce Wayne was, right? He's everything that you want in Batman. He's Batman. He's who we want to see. And he is 90% of the movie, which is great. A lot of movies nowadays tend to focus on other side stories, or they have 4 different things going at once. But I love Batman Begins for its simplicity in following Bruce Wayne / Batman the whole time. Because it makes you feel invested in him, in his character, and you love to see the vigilante superhero part, the Batman part, come out of Bruce Wayne. And I do love the struggle with his morality through the first half of the movie, right? He leaves Gotham, he comes back, he wants to kill his parents' murderer, then he leaves, finds the League of Shadows, Ra's al Ghul. Then they try to encourage that, saying Gotham needs a restart, a reset, because it's too far gone. Then after a little bit of struggle, he's like, no, it's not. There's still hope. We don't have to kill and mass murder people for there to be justice. And then he goes back to Gotham, and he is set in that morality. He doesn't struggle with it again, which I love because it focuses on other struggles in his life. There was only one spot where I felt like it didn't follow that trend. It's the very end of the movie where he's fighting Ra's al Ghul in the metro train thing. Batman's got a knife to his face or something like that. He can kill him. Ra's al Ghul's like, do you have the strength to do what needs to be done? And then Batman goes, I don't have to kill you, but I don't have to save you. Like, what? That doesn't really follow the trend of his morality here. Also, when you could save someone, but you let them die, I feel like that's effectively the same thing. It was just a weird justification to me. The other weird justification was with Ra's al Ghul when he was fighting Batman in his mansion and was like, this is me getting even with you leaving me to die. But like, Batman literally saved your life. The only other kind of nitpicky complaint I had about this movie was the very beginning. It jumps between him in Gotham and the court and wanting to kill his parents' murderers, and him with the League of Shadows. And originally I thought the League of Shadows came first and then him back in Gotham. But by the end of the beginning part, you learn that it's the other way around, which makes sense, but it was quite confusing at first. However, let's get back to the original question of, does Batman Begins hold up in 2024? Yes, it does, by a mile. The main message of this movie is how there's always hope. It doesn't matter how far you've gone, how the city of Gotham's gone, whatever it is, there's always hope. You can always come back. Pretty much everything is redeemable. Gotham is redeemable. Bruce Wayne is redeemable. The love between Rachel Dawes and Bruce Wayne was redeemable, except for when it wasn't, but we already talked about that. Anyway, that message of hope is prevalent to today and all times, throughout all history and for the future. This movie had an impact in 2005. It can have an impact in 2024. I'm sure it will in the future. And I'm sure if you went to the past and showed people this movie, it could have an impact on them too. So overall, obviously, I love this movie. I think it's great. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Does it stand up in 2024? If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, let's bolt.